Hi everybody, thanks for joining Create with Dee. Today we'll be making this felt flower. It's made with the Big Shot and Circle Die number 2 and Island Floral for the leaves. So these are made again out of circles and some leaves in the back. So these can be used for brooches. As you see here, I've got this one in a pin. So cute, cute, cute on jean jacket or hats. Or, you could put them on a barrette. Let's see which one has the barrette. Here's a barrette style, and then clip it on a headband. So let's get started making our cute little felt flowers. So to get started making our flowers, what we need are 5 cutouts of 3 different sizes of circles. So I've got 5 each of the large. I have 6 each of the medium. We'll use just 5 of them for the flower and then 1 of them for the backing that the clip or the pin will go on, and 3 for the center. So that's the basics of the flower itself. We're going to sew these together with linen thread, and I just have a very wide-eyed needle on that. And our new big designer buttons are wonderful for the center of the flower. So that's what I like to use is the big buttons for our floral center. Okay, so to get making the circles though, I'm going to move my little camera over here, is that we need again the circle die number 2. And as you can see here, I have the felt already kind of pre-cut. And the reason why I cut them in these sections are, if you put just one felt pad over here, it'll cut all 4 circle images out at once. So we can see the 4 different circles. But at times I only need a couple of this size maybe, and I want to have just some of this size. So I've pre-cut my felt, and you can, for mine, I found that I could do up to 3 at a time. So I'll just show you how this would work. Again, you could do a couple of sizes at a time. So let's say I need these 2 sizes here. Make my sandwich in the Big Shot. Let's move this over here just a little bit. Okay, so I made my sandwich. And when we take them out, we've got our circles. Okay, so that's just as easy as pie is what it could be. Perfect circles every time. Okay, so I did that to end up with my 5 flowers that I have here. And then with my green, I did the same thing with the Island Floral. I just cut a size out needed for my leaf. Again, can do up to 3 of those. So let's get started actually putting the flower together. Okay, so to make our flower, what we want to do is have an up, down motion with our needle and thread and towards the end of one of the circles to form our petals. So again, it's just towards the end. I'm just making, I don't know, maybe a 1/4 of an inch little stitches here, but it's up, down, up, down. And when those are gathered, that starts forming the petal. Okay? So up, down. Whoops. We'll pull it through our linen thread. And we'll grab our next one. Up, down, up, down. You'll be hearing me say that all the time, guys. So up, down, up, down. Okay, so we're just going to keep it on our little string here. And up, down, up, down. And what this is doing, it's going to have it's a little bit of a gathering stitch. And up, down, up, down. And our last petal on the outer layer, up, down, up, down. Okay, and when we get all 5 of our petals, I'm coming in with the needle to that first stitch from behind that we made and bringing it in, or putting those together. And so before we start the second layer, now's kind of the time to position your petals a little bit. Okay, so that's layer 1. Okay, so then the second layer, it's the same thing, up, down, up, down. We make a little gather here. And then what I found that I like is there's two different looks at this point that you can have. Let's see, this flower, I did not connect the two petals together that you'll see here in just a second, so it's more loose. And this one, the petals stay nested this way, and this, for me, this is my preference, so that's what I'm going to show you. Okay, so we started our second layer of up, down, up, down. I'm nesting it in the bigger petal, and then I'm going to connect it. So I'm taking the two outer layers and just making a stitch. And then that'll keep this petal nested inside, okay? So I'm going to grab another one, up, down, have it nested, take my two outer layers of the petal, make a little stitch. Again, that just kind of keeps it a little more structured, and that's how I found that I like it best. Up, down towards the end, gather our petal, put the two outer petals together before I start my next one. Oops. The linen thread is nice. It's just it's nice and sturdy to work with this felt. Up, down. Nest it. Grab my other two petals, the outer ones, make my little stitch. See how that just kind of keeps them all nice there in place? And my fifth one on my second layer, up, down, and nest it. And again, connect the two outer layers here. Okay, getting it built quite nicely here. Okay, so then our last layer is the smallest circle, and again, up, down. And the smaller the circle, the smaller the stitch width in between. Okay, so up, down. And on this last layer, I'm not going to connect it. I'm just going to let the top petals be loose on top, meaning that, you know, it's not really going to be nested in there. Okay, so I did the up, down, and my last one, up, down. This just is such a nice, cute, little, easy project, and flowers are so trendy right now on everything. Okay, so that's the flower, and what we want to do next is take the needle and go right straight down through the center of the flower. Pull it out the other side. That's what our back looks like. Okay, and I'm going to get one of the big buttons. This is from the Deck the Hall collection, and I just find that these colors on the big buttons are just perfect for the felt that I found at the local craft stores too. So again, I've got both of the packages of the big buttons. Okay, so I'm going to center my flower, or the button in the center of the flower, and with my needle I'm going to come back up through the center. Take my button off for just a second to show you. Okay. And then I like using the buttons and I'm just going to go right back down through the center, oops, of my layers. There it comes through. Like I started to say that I like the buttons because it really helps anchor the flower and secure it all together. Okay, so I would continue to go and finish the button up, or through here to make the X a little bit. Here's one that's already finished. And then to finish it off, what we want to do is, we'll pretend that this one's all done, and you would just snip off the little tail here. And you want to get out your handy dandy glue gun. And remember, we made 6 of the medium-sized circles. What we're going to do is just help this one have a finished look by putting on a backing to it. So I'm going to get my little hair clips, These were just found at the local craft store. I found them next to the jewelry aisle. And what we want to do is we're going to make it so that this one would be a clip. I'm just going to take some scissors and make 2 little snips. Okay, so that's you can see the 2 little snips here. And take the hair clip and I'm going to put it in like this. Okay? And then what I would do is take my hot glue gun and put some hot glue here and put it right on the back. And then that helps make a nice finished look. It covers up the backing here, and then you've got a way of clipping it onto your hair or whatever. So again, here's a little one that is for a hair clip. You could put this on anything, or a pin for a jacket. Okay, so I hope you have lots of fun making your felt flowers with the Big Shot and the circle die number 2. And happy crafting, everybody. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye. Oh, guys, you guys, I forgot to show you how to put on the leaves. So we'll just consider this like an epilogue in the end of a book, so that you can say, hey, how did the characters do? It's like, well, let's just finish off how this flower works. Okay, again, I punched out with the Island Floral 2 leaves, and here's how we would get the leaves incorporated into those. So got my button secured, and so on the back of it, I'm just going to pick up a little bit of the tail of the flower. And again, it doesn't matter how pretty this looks on the back, because we'll be covering it up with our clip. Oops, so I get one tacked on here. And it's pretty much just that we just need to tack it, because the hot glue gun will definitely keep it in place. I got to get a little less linen thread. It makes it hard towards the end to get all double strands through. Okay, so put another little leaf up here so that it can kind of peek through in between the petals. And again, just a couple of little tacking stitches, nothing fancy. I'm not trying to, it doesn't have to be, pretty, because, well, one, I don't know that I have the skill to make it pretty. I'm really not a sewer, so this is why it's fun for me to have these type of projects, because I can work with fabric but not necessarily have to be a sewing genius on it too. Okay, so I got my little leaves down here, and now I could go ahead and snip that off. And again, the hot glue gun, when you would come in with your hot glue, would really keep all of that in place. So you want to have your leaves down first, if you're going to put leaves on yours, and then come on the back and put your backing. Okay, so that's how all of that looks. So again, you can't see all of my crazy stitches on here because this other circle covers it. All right, guys, now I think I'm done with the video. Thanks again, you guys. Have a great day. Happy crafting. Bye-bye.